Good afternoon. This is Bob Iacino along with Mike Arnold from Path Trading Partners. It is May 2nd. This is an afternoon Path Chat covering the futures market. Mike is going to cover everything, but a couple of quick things before he gets started. We had the API numbers come out in crude oil and a bit of a relief for the bulls. We had a pretty weak day today, falling below 48 into that sort of mid 47 range, but we got a healthy draw of 4.2 million barrels in U.S. crude inventories compared to what analysts were expecting, which is a draw of 2.2 million barrels. Gasoline inventories in the API also fell by 1.9 million barrels, but the supply of gasoline is still a bit of a problem. Crude oil has experienced an overall draw over the last couple of weeks, but gasoline inventories have been on the rise still. Now, again, this 1.9 million draw is a bit of a relief, but we'll see if that carries over into the EIA figures tomorrow. We're starting to get some misses on the earnings front, and they're not in a good place. They're in tech, and that is really not a good thing. We had Apple miss, and the stock got hit pretty bad. We got Esti, they missed, and the stock got hit there as well. We had Gilead miss, and that stock got hit as well. So again, these all matter for the indices overall and the Nasdaq specifically. So we'll see. Got a tiny bit of a move up in the VIX, but we could see a little bit of a kind of, I want to call it a relief sell-off in the Nasdaq. But we'll see what Mike is seeing on the charts. Anyway, let me turn it over to Mike. It's a little bit heavier of a data week tomorrow, so we'll see what comes out with that. But in the meantime, Mike, it is all yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. Over to the VIX for our daily VIX watch. Moved up a bit today, closing at a level of 1059, still very, very low. It's not going to perk up my interest till we see it get above the declining rotation zone, which are these yellow and blue moving averages. So if it starts filling in this big, huge gap, then I'll start getting interested that something else might be coming to the market. But until that happens, just going to keep an eye on it to notice key levels it breaks. Let's go over to the transports. Transports moved back up today, just closing slightly beyond one of our path trend lines. On a continued move up, watch for a retest of 9200, followed by about 9221. Then once it gets through 9221, next level up is going to be right around 9250 to 9260, which is key. If it moves lower tomorrow, 9090 is going to be some key support. Then we're looking at about 9073 to 75. Then nothing down until 9040. And if that's broken, significant level at 9025. Over to the industrials. Again, very quiet day in the industrials. Inside day, the high and low did not exceed the high and low from yesterday, so that's what's called an inside day. Still holding above this key 25% level with the rising 8. So we're going to see if this can propel it higher, or generally if this does not go higher, it has a very rapid breakdown. That's generally what happens. So on the upside, the 20,980 level, first level resistance, and then looking to go up to this 21,070. Then once that's broken, 21,160 to 165. On a pullback, again, we're looking at 20,896, followed by about 20,873, then nothing until we get down to about the 20,811 to 20,796 area. And if that is broken, next support around that is 20,778. Over to the S&P. S&P also slightly down today, but also you see an inside day. Very, very quiet, low volatility. So still above the 25% level also, which is where the 8 is exactly. So on a pullback, 2376 is going to be very, very key support. Key low there, rising 8 and 25% GAN level. If that is broken, minor support around 2375, and then nothing until we get down to this 2367 to 2365 area, where we have the lower half of the rotation zone. If that is violated, next key level down is 2358. On a rally, There's some resistance right around this 2388, which coincided with today's high. Very minor at 2390. Then we're looking for a retest of the 2394. If that is broken, 2401 to 2403 is the next key levels higher. Nasdaq. Slight, very, very slight pullback today. You can see this, however, was not an inside day because it exceeded yesterday's high. So that does not qualify. Pullback, we'll be watching for the 5600 level, followed by the 5567 area to 5561, and if that's broken, 5536. Again, on a continued rally, 5661.88, next level higher. Over to crude oil. Down, pretty big move today, ran down just beyond our GAN level 4751. Then moving back up above our end of our clear path for the close and GAN level around 47.85. Exact close was 48.04. So that's going to be key for the time being. If you head back lower tomorrow, 47.85 is key, 47.51, and then if that's violated to the downside, this 47 level. On a rally back up, minor resistance at 48.20. Followed by 48.70, followed by 48.90, and then we could see a partial return to the 8 EMA 49.30. And if that's violated and we're into the rotation zone, we have a GAN cluster right around 49.59 to 61. Then on a very strong rally for some reason, 50.10 is the top of the rotation zone. Switching over to copper. Pullback today, bounced up, kissing this trend line goodbye, which is now a redrawn trend line. It's not providing us a longer term trade though. So what we'll be watching for tomorrow on a move lower in copper, 262.16, followed by about 261.68, then nothing down to about 260.41, final level of support 258.86. On a rally higher, we have a key area right around this 265.34 to 265.80. Then once that's exceeded, you could possibly see a run up to 268.05 to 268.24 area, and then we could retest the new defining point, 269.45. Gold traded down to the 50 EMA today, coming in about 1252.60, just below the end of the clear path, coming in about 1254.60. On a rally up tomorrow, where it stopped pretty much today, this 1258 through 1260 levels key. If that is exceeded to the upside, watch for 1265.30, followed by 1269 to 70 to 71. So 69 to 71 is going to be very key. On a very strong rally, we could possibly see a return to about the 1278 level. On a continued sell-off tomorrow, 1252 is going to be support, then nothing down to our significant level and 50% GAN level around the 1246, and if that's violated, next level support comes in around 1240. Finally, over to silver. Again, sold off slightly today, found some support around the 1680 to 1682 level. If that is violated, next level down for tomorrow is 1663. Then we could possibly go down to about the 1651. On a rally back up, minor resistance at the 17 area. Then we are coming about the 1705, 1716, and on a strong rally, 1728 to 1732 is going to be very key, where we have a declining 8, a trend line coming in, and a GAN level. That's all we have for you. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Michael, and thanks everybody else for watching. Again, we'll be back tomorrow morning with an FX Path Chat covering what's going to be happening for tomorrow. In the meantime, if you like what we're doing, click like and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys in the next Path Chat. Cheers, everybody.